Am I the jerk for not wanting to cover my friend's half of the rent after she got laid off and bought concert tickets? 35F, New York City. Hey Reddit, I need some outside perspective on a roommate situation that's turning into a nightmare, and honestly, I'm starting to wonder if I'm the jerk here. My roommate and close friend, Claire, 34F, and I've been sharing a pretty nice, aka crazy expensive, 2-bedroom apartment in NYC for the past 3 years. Rent is wild here, but we both had good jobs, split everything evenly, and it worked great until recently. 3 months ago, Claire was laid off. I felt terrible for her. She'd been with that company for years, and I know the layoff hit her hard. She's been on the job hunt since, but nothing has worked out yet. I've done everything I can to support her, helping her update her resume, sending job leads, even giving her pep talks when she's down. Things got more complicated a few weeks ago when she mentioned she wouldn't be able to cover her share of the rent. She asked if I could cover her portion until she gets back on her feet. Now, here's where I might sound like a jerk. I told her I could maybe cover her half for a month, but that's all I can manage. I work in a stable job, but I'm not exactly swimming in extra cash, and I also have my own savings and bills to think about. I didn't want to be harsh, but I said if she couldn't cover anything, even a reduced amount, we'd need to find another solution, like maybe subletting her room. Claire wasn't happy about this. She said she thought I'd have her back in a crisis and implied I was being selfish for not making more of a sacrifice. She pointed out that I don't have kids or debt. True, but not the point. So technically, I could swing it, and that hurt because it felt like she was guilting me. I come from a financially tight background, so security means a lot to me, and maybe that makes me stingy, but I'm not looking to drain my savings for a temporary solution that could easily become permanent. And here's where it gets even more complicated. Claire has started spending a lot of time on her passion project. She's decided she's going to become a freelance photographer now. Even though she's never shown much interest in photography before, she's spent days rearranging our living room for her home studio setup with giant backdrops and lighting equipment that she ordered online. Yep, you read that right. She's buying new equipment even though she just said she couldn't pay rent. When I brought this up, gently, I swear, she said, "I just need something that fulfills me right now." I get that finding purpose is important, but this is her third fulfilling hobby this month alone, and she doesn't seem to be making any progress on getting a new job. To make things even weirder, last weekend she went to a concert. Yes, one with real tickets she bought with real money, with some friends who live in Brooklyn. When she told me about it, I probably gave her a look because she said, "Don't worry, a friend covered my ticket." But 2 days later, she showed me a $40 t-shirt she bought at the concert because it was just too cool to pass up. At this point, I was baffled and maybe getting a bit angry. I brought up the fact that she's struggling to pay rent but still going to concerts and buying equipment for her passions. She got super defensive and said, "Look, sometimes you just need a night out to clear your head, and you have no idea how stressful it is to be laid off." She's right. I don't know that stress, but shouldn't she be prioritizing? I suggested she try to talk to her family, look into unemployment, or maybe see if she could pick up some temporary gigs while job hunting. She told me she didn't want her family involved and insisted she'd rather die than work at Starbucks. And I get it. We all have our pride, but at the same time, we're in NYC. You do what you have to do to make ends meet, right? I've talked to some mutual friends, and reactions are mixed. Some think I'm totally justified and that she's taking advantage of my kindness. Others say I'm being a little too harsh and inflexible, that maybe I should see her situation more compassionately, even if that means helping her financially for a few months. The guilt is getting to me because, yes, I could technically cover her part of the rent for a bit, but it would be stressful, and I worry that if I do it now, this arrangement could end up dragging on and damaging our friendship. So, what do you all think? Am I a jerk for not wanting to bankroll Claire's photography passion project and concert going while she's figuring things out? I don't want to be unsupportive, but I'm honestly starting to feel like a doormat here.